Having trouble deciding whether to include Pura Besakih in your Bali itinerary after reading all those negative reviews? Well, you've come to the right video. We'll show you one easy way to steer clear of those local touts. Years back, the local drivers used to refuse to take you to Pura Besakih Temple. Why? Because there were tons of local touts and scammers lurking around, just waiting to snatch your money in the most aggressive way possible. If you didn't fork over the cash, these touts would stick to you like glue and get all up in your face. No wonder we avoided this place for the past 7 years whenever we hit up Bali. But you know what? This time we decided to throw caution to the wind and give this awesome temple a shot. Are things still as bad as those nasty comments said? Let's find it out. Pura Besakih is located at the foothills of Mount Agung in the east of Bali. It is the largest Hindu temple complex in Bali. It is revered by the locals as the Mother Temple because of its long history and sacred status. After we got there, Touts, our driver, parked the car in the car park and joined us in the temple. Suddenly, he transformed from a driver into a tour guide. For the Balinese, going to Besakih's temple sanctuaries is like a special pilgrimage, so he'd throw on his sarong and had to show respect. Grab tickets at the entrance before going in. The entrance fee is 60,000 rupiah per person. This covers entry, a tour guide, sarong rental, and a shuttle bus to the temple entrance and the beginning of the temple complex. Since Touts is with us, we don't need their guide. We can still spot some local girls carrying religious offerings and postcards trying to sell them to tourists. Just act uninterested, and they won't bother you any further. Everything has been going smoothly so far. Besakih is considered to be the biggest and holiest of Bali's temples. Its high location offers spectacular countryside views with rice paddies, hills, mountains, and streams. Exploring the whole site can take 2 hours. Brace yourself for a bit of Stairmaster action because there's a bunch of steps. Oh, and heads up, there's zero shade, so grab your umbrella or hat and slather on that sunscreen. Pura Besakih welcomes devotees from all castes. It's the only temple that does so. The 3 main temples in Besakih are dedicated to the Hindu Trinity. While you can explore many smaller temples in Pura Besakih, keep in mind that some inner courtyards are reserved for pilgrims. Also, it's worth noting that ladies on their period aren't allowed to enter Besakih Temple. The day we visited wasn't too crowded and the walk was nice and peaceful. We could fully immerse ourselves in this sacred atmosphere. Touts shared lots of their religious rituals, answered all our questions, and even helped us take some gorgeous photos. We didn't encounter any requests for donations, and hawkers didn't keep bothering us, so I think the bad behavior of nearby villagers towards tourists has been corrected. We also noticed new shopping areas and toilets about to open. It seems the government has put a lot of effort into removing the negative impression of Pura Besakih Temple and restoring its sacred and beautiful scenery. Trust us, it's really worth a visit. We have taken the risk of getting extorted to give you a glimpse of the current situation at Pura Besakih Temple. We think it's worth a like from you or a quick click on the subscribe button. Pura Besakih Temple is over on the east side of Bali, just about an hour-and-a-half drive from Ubud Central. If you're heading there, we totally recommend grabbing a car with a driver for the day. Big shout out to our awesome driver Touts for showing us around and playing tour guide at Pura Besakih. If you need a reliable, safe, and on-time driver, peep his contact details in the description below. In the 8th century, a monk from Hindustan got the idea to build homes for people while he was in isolation. Sadly, lots of his followers kicked the bucket from sickness and accidents during the project. When they finished, they called it Besukhi, linked to the dragon god Naga Besukian, thought to live in Mount Agung. Over time, it became Besakih. They started adding more shrines, and Pura Besakih became the main temple when the Majapahit Empire took over Bali in 1343. Since then, they've fixed up Pura Besakih a bunch, especially after earthquakes in 1917 and Mount Agung blowing its top in 1960. Remessed things up. Somehow, the lava avoided Pura Besakih. Locals believe the gods wanted to flex their power without wiping out the whole sacred spot. There are heaps of temples scattered in the whole Bali. If you have limited time to spend in Bali and don't know which one to visit, we have this Bali Temple Bible embedded in our Bali Travel Plan to help you to make the decision. This ready-to-use travel plan will be shared for free in the last video of this Bali trip. Next, we'll take you to another must-see temple in Bali. If you're into Balinese carving and sculpture, definitely give this video a look.